Hello everyone, welcome back to Paper Crafting with Paul and to another Cool Katz Quickies video. Now it's great news that they've had these back in stock. These are the Walrus whisker tags and they're the pocketed tags, so they have these pocket shapes as well. And as you can see, I've been playing with Adventure Awaits, which is the new Graphic 45 collection, and revisiting this kit, these tags, these dies, and seeing some new ideas with them. So I've already shared some ideas on how to use these. So have a look in the Cool Katz Quickies playlist and you'll see I've done some basic tags. I think it's, oh, that's not a basic tag, that's actually a booklet, which I have done a quickie on with the Mexican version of these, and another booklet. And I've already shown you how to make this type of tag with a pocket in it. Oh, this is another booklet. I think I've gone over the board with the booklets, and there is a reason for that, which you might find out pretty soon. These tags with pockets in it, but I had a little brainwave, and so I'm going to be having another look at these, and I've got to say these are great for the new book filler dies, which are also back in stock as well, because you can tuck them in. I've got one somewhere with a few tags in it. Here we are, so they fit the tags as well. And I thought the first new video I'm going to show you will be for, oh, it's the light green one. Here we are, a deep pocket. Now, I've always shown you how to make the pockets with these, but you can make a deeper version. And it was a brainwave I had when we did, and it does also work if you have the Mexican pocket tag dies as well, so you get a bigger pocket again. So it looks like you've probably used a whisker die, but you haven't. It's actually much easier than when you use a whisker die. So when you get these dies, just a reminder, what you get are two sides of tags with two dies for each. One for your cardstock and one for your paper, which mats on nicely. And the same with the smaller tag. And the same then you can have your pocket with the pocket mat and layer as well. So for this one, I'm going to start off with the large tag and the large pocket and use them together. And I'm actually going to show you how economical this is. So I've got a sheet of A4 here, and I'm simply going to cut it in half. So short end at the top, 4 1/8. So I've got 2 strips. And if you grab your low tack tape and you tape it, cutting blade down, and you tuck this one so the curve is in the curve of the tag, and you stick them down. When you die cut this, you get one of each. Just carefully take off the tape because it's a new one, so it's at its stickiest. But the great thing is, slide it up, you will get a second one. So you can actually cut out 4 sets from one sheet of A4. That's why I love this die set. So the Mexicans are great for using with 6x4 photos. These ones are great for your 3x4 photos and getting the most out of your cardstock. So I won't do the other two, I'll just take these off for now. Okay. So what I've got are 2 of the tags and 2 of the pockets. I don't need the pockets for now, so I'll set them aside. What I do need is to bring back my pocket one. And the trick to this now is all in the shoulders. And it's the same for the Mexican. It's all in the shoulders. What I'm going to do is flip this so it's the right side down. And these 2 corners will match up with the corners. So let's bring it in a bit so we can see. So the 2 corners from our cardstock will match up with the 2 corners there. So yes, we are cutting off that. Oh, it would help if I'd actually put my tape on. So first of all, put some tape on the wrong side of the die. There we go, the non-cutting side. So sticky side is down. Then when you flip it over, you've got the sticky side up. Take your tag and line up those shoulders. There we go. So what we're going to do is cut off this bit. So let's zoom back out, because I'm going to bring my die cutting machine in for this. I'm going to have to turn it sideways, I think, for you to see. What you're going to do is you're going to send this with the pattern side first into your machine, but you're not going to allow this straight edge to go through. So you're going to do a partial cut. So we're going to go, you'll feel it, and back. And what that's done is cut off that top. So you can put that in the bin, and we're going to repeat with the other one. So we just put it correct side down, place it in the shoulders, place it curved side towards the machine, take it through and back. So if it hasn't cut, just take it through again a bit further. You'll get to know your machine pretty quickly. And what we have now are 2 tags, but with an inverted version of the walrus shape. So the tag is usually that way, but now we have this pocket coming down. And we're going to take our black frame tape. You could just glue 3 edges and stick that on, but you do lose some of the width. So let's take some tape and take it down one side. And the other. And take one across. You can see I'm overlapping quite a bit. There is a reason. Don't be frugal, don't be tight on that, because you can make it too small where it doesn't actually stick onto itself when you pull it across. So now what I'm doing is cutting off these corners up to that cardstock. So we're just taking away the corners of tape. You take the other one and you line it up. Fold it over and fold this one over and fold this over. Now what I will say, when you're doing your Mexican, the shoulder isn't quite as wide, so you may need to just trim off some of the black tape on the top as well at an angle before you fold over. Otherwise you may overlap this bit here. But there we go, that's how we've got our deep pocket. So it's full width thanks to the tape, but of course we need to decorated. So I'm now moving on to the smaller version of each. So the matten layer. So not the small tag, but the smaller insert. And let's grab some more offcuts of adventure weights. Should we go for a tree? I think so. If I go down too much, I'm going to lose the top of the tree. So I'm going to come up a little bit. Bear in mind, I'm going to come that way. So I'm just going to take it down. I can trim off some of this excess. And I'm going to cut it out. Here we go. And the same trick as we did before. Cutting side is down, so I'm putting this tape on top because it will stick onto the inverse. Here we go. We're going to flip this over and line up those shoulders inside that cutting blade again. So you can see where the cutting blade is. And just as we did before, let's see which way around is easier, this way. I'm going to send it through, but not the straight bit. So there we go. So that is now our waist. And because that hasn't gone through, it hasn't been cut. Take some distressing around the edge. Take some glue. Over. And there we have it. We have a deep pouch made using those tags and the pockets to make that curve. So you see, that's what it's decorated with, one of the patterns and solids. That's with the decorative paper. So this can now be tucked into a pocket in your album. It can also be stuck down onto a page to offer another pocket. I've shown in the past as well how to make some extended tags. So if you use the smaller one, you would get a nice narrow tag. But I've extended it taller so it'll stick out, and they just look really, really nice together. But if you wanted a full tag, what you can do is cut out another tag using the smaller one. It won't work with the biggest one. So I've cut it out with the cardstock for strength. I'm going to grab a journal card and stick that on. Yeah, it's fitting nicely. And if I glue this onto the back, or you could have used your patterned paper rather than the black cardstock, which probably would have been nicer. But what you can do is glue this on, and because this is slightly smaller than the tag, let's just use some distress ink. This is now slightly smaller. You could put a little hole and some ribbon. It will also fit inside your pocket. So you can pull it out and you've got some journal spacing there. So you can imagine if you'd use some patterned paper, you would see that just sticking out the top, or you can have your lined paper with your journaling on there. So a lovely way of using your tag dies in a different way. So I've got a couple more versions of this, so keep an eye out for more quickies to come, because I've really gone to town, as you've seen, using these Walrus tags. And said everything I'm doing with the Walrus tag, we can also do with the Mexican. And with a bit of tweaking, you can probably do them with the Batwing pocket tags as well. So thank you for watching the first one. If you have enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and a comment below. It does help me a lot. And if you do have a go, share in Paper Crafting with Paul, which is my Facebook group, and the Cool Katz Facebook group. Both will be linked in the description below. I'll also link as well to the Cool Katz shop, so you know where to buy these dies as well. So thank you for watching, and hopefully I've inspired you to grab those tags and give them a new lease of life.